Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Dartmouth Memorial Field as DCTV, your exclusive source for all things Dartmouth, is proud to present exclusive coverage of Dartmouth High School Lady Indian field hockey action as the Lady Indians of Dartmouth High School, the homestanding Lady Indians, play host to the visiting New Bedford High School Lady Whalers in this Southeast Conference championship tilt here at the stadium. Hello again, everyone. Ian Abreu here with you, and the Indians coming into this evening's tilt with a 9-2-1 overall record. They are the number one seed here in this tournament, hence the home field advantage here and playing at the host site for this championship game. The Whalers come into tonight's action with a 10-2-1 overall record, and they come in as the number 2 seed. How did we get here? The number 1 seeded Indians beat the Durfee High Hilltoppers last Thursday 4-0 in the semifinal match that was here at the stadium. And prior to that, they had received a first-round bye because they were the number 1 seed. New Bedford High coming in at 10-2-1, the number 2 seed. They got here because they beat West Bridgewater 1-0 in their semifinal matchup, and they too received a first-round bye. The Indians have won the toss, and they'll start first at the midfield stripe. And the game is on here at Dartmouth Memorial Field. Again, we will have 4 15-minute quarters in this championship tilt with running clock, with the exception of goals and injuries. That's Tatum Reese playing it back for the Whalers. Here's Reese again, but it's intercepted by Andre Morin. Morin at the midfield stripe, playing it on the near side. Here's a chance for Morgan Paiva. Paiva, one of the co-captains on this squad, playing it back to Abigail Kelly, the other co-captain. Kelly looking to go D to Tatro, but it's intercepted, and the Whalers have numbers if they hurry. Here's an up-front chance. Here's Natalie Mitchell in on goal. Mitchell, a shot. Stopped by Giosa. The ball is loose. No one knows where it is. In front centering feed. Going back for it now is Ramus. Ramus can't pull the trigger, and the Indians just barely dodge a bullet there in the opening minute. Self-pass by the Indians here. Trying to go in on goal was Morin. Morin looking to play it to herself. Lost control. It'll be a free hit forthcoming now for the Whalers. Tatum Reese will take it. Reese trying to play it to the near side, looking to play it to Mitchell. And we're going to get a stick call against Joya Alves on the contact. So the Whalers get the free hit. Whalers now in attacking territory. We're going to get another contact call, this time against the Whalers. Going to go against Reese. And the Indians will have the ball. Here's Paiva now on the free hit. Paiva will play it to Morin. Morin on the near side. It hops over her stick out of bounds. Whaler ball. Reese now has the free whack. Centering feed blocked by Alves, but stolen back by Ramus. Ramus now with a self-pass. Ramus still with it. Nice defense by Alves, and Alves draws the call, and it'll be Indian ball. Here's a play now to the near side to Morin. Morin trying to go through the defense, trying to go through Reese. She does temporarily, but the ball is now loose at midfield. Here's Morin on the near side. The Indians have numbers if they hurry. Morin trying to shoot it in toward goal, in toward Mitchell, but it's stopped inside of the circle area, grabbed by Raquel Reese. And it'll be a free hit for the Whalers on the contact. Here's Paiva with the interception. Morgan Paiva thought about letting it rip, but instead she'll play it to herself. Franklin just rides her off the play, and this is now Kennedy Franklin. Franklin looking to crack center, stolen by Emma Tatro, and we'll get a contact call against the Indians. Here's Abigail Kelly to whack it in for Dartmouth. Kelly playing it to Morin. Morin, it hops over her stick, taken back by the Whalers. We play on no contact as Reese knocks down Paiva. No contact on that, but now we have a contact call against Kelly. And it'll be Whaler ball. Here's Reese on the far side. All sorts of running room. Sydney Ramus with a shot on goal now. That's blocked. Ball is loose, and tracking it down will be Alves. Here's Joya Alves on the far side inbounds. Looking for a centering feed, takes a hack, goes out of bounds. Ramus and the Whalers will have it. An opportunity for the Indians on the near side, but that ball's going to go out of bounds. Well out of the reach of Morin. Raquel Reese will take the free hit inbounds. A high arcing pass that's in play inbounds. It's complete. It was completed to Natalie Mitchell, but it's knocked out of bounds by Morgan Paiva. It'll once again remain Whaler ball, and once again Reese will take it. Reese trying for the stick handling maneuver, trying to go between the legs of Morin, and she does. Here's Reese with a chance. Reese still in on goal. Reese tried to go all the way herself, but finally she was met defensively in the circle, and her opportunity is thwarted for now. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez up ahead to Alves. Joy Alves with a chance. Alves, a shot blocked inside the circle. The ball is loose. Nice block by Tess Tarpey on the back check to just thump the opportunity of Joya Alves. Alves had a chance barreling in toward goal, but the stop was made on the back hustle of Tess Tarpey. Here's Morgan Paiva. Again, there is no penalty corners here because of these amended rules. So what you get is a free hit from the 25-yard line, as you see right there, as it was taken by Paiva. But we have another infraction called inside the circle, and it'll be another free hit from 25. Paiva will play it back, plays it back to Kelly. Kelly back to Paiva on the far side, trying to feed it in toward the box, looking for Alves, just goes over her stick. And the Whalers try to press it, but they can't. Stolen by Paiva. Paiva now to the backhand. Paiva up top the circle. Paiva with a chance, and we're going to get a stick call against the Whalers, and it'll be Whaler ball, and they have a great chance here. It'll be a free hit from just up top the circle. It'll be taken by Paiva. Paiva stick handles herself. Paiva looking to go in on goal, met by Mitchell inside the crease, and we're going to get another infraction inside the circle, and Dartmouth again will have another free hit. This one from the 25. Let's see if Paiva hits it or plays it. She'll play it. Tries a self-pass, intercepted. Again, another call against the Whalers. Again, fourth time in a row. Now we'll play it back to Kelly. Kelly, nice spin move, trying to go around Mitchell, and she does. Kelly, over to Paiva. Paiva with a whack right in toward goal, but that's high and wide out of bounds. It'll be a pendulum swing back to the Whalers as they'll get the ball. We have a sub coming in for Dartmouth. Nicole Sylvain will check in. She'll substitute Joya Alves. So 20 in, 10 out for the Indians. That clearing attempt goes way out of bounds. Indian ball. This first quarter has breezed on by. Again, the clock continuously runs unless there is an injury or a goal. Here's a chance for Beniquez. Beniquez tries for a centering feed. Beniquez was looking for some kind of help, but she lost control, and it went out of bounds. Whaler ball. It's chilly down there at the field level, just under 50 degrees. A light wind blowing from right to left. Here's Franklin. Franklin for the Whalers is ridden off the play by the Indians. And now Dartmouth looks to crack center, and they do. Here's an opportunity trying to play it back with Paiva. And we're going to get a stick call against Mitchell of the Whalers. Indian ball. Here's Tatro. Tatro on the far side. Tatro trying to set something up. We're going to get a call down low against the Whalers. A free hit forthcoming for the Indians. Here's Tatro. Tatro playing it over to Sylvain. Sylvain on the far side. Wins the battle, but the ball is deflected out of bounds. Whaler ball. To whack it in will be Raquel Reese, number 3. Reese, again with that high arcing pass we saw earlier, that sort of alley-oop type pass. And the hope is that she can arc it above all of her opposing defenders and send someone away. The Indians were ready for it again, however. Here's a chance now on the pressure. Sylvain battling with Reese. Reese wins the battle for the Whalers, and she arcs it again. It goes off the stick of Bags, stolen by the Indians. Here's Paiva. Paiva still with it. Paiva battling for it. She lost the battle on the stick call, and the Whalers will play it on. Ball out of bounds again on the clear. Back to the Indians. Here's Abigail Kelly. That's a good ball on the near side, but it's intercepted by the Whalers. Here comes New Bedford and Tatum Reese. Reese centering feed. Reese looking to hook up with Ramis. Ramis has it on the self-pass. Ramis, nice defense by Beniquez, and Beniquez steals it away. All sorts of running room now for the Indians and Beniquez. Beniquez up ahead to Sylvain. Sylvain with an opportunity, but great back hustle by Reese to steal it away and end a potential 2-on-1 rush. We have dipped under the 5-minute mark here in this opening frame. Zeros up top in your scoreboard, and these are two teams that are very well in tune with each other, and we'll get into that in just a moment. So they know each other. Expect a low-scoring affair. Here's Sylvain. Sylvain, a centering pass, deflected out of bounds off the stick of Reese. So it'll be Indian ball, and it'll be a free hit just up top the circle from 25. As always, it'll be taken by the co-captain Paiva, who never really whacks it. She'll play it herself, or she'll play it back as you see it there. Paiva trying to split the D to go in. That's a good ball inside the circle. It's loose. Who wants it? Trying for it is Beniquez. Beniquez tries again. The ball is still loose. Beniquez, third opportunity. Back up top, Morin now has it. Morin at the near hash. Morin center and pass. Looking to find Paiva, who's pushed down. No call. The call will go against Paiva on the contact. Whaler ball. We have a sub coming back in for the Indians. Joya Alves will come back in, and she'll replace Nicole Sylvain. Here's Paiva, a clear in on goal toward Beniquez. Beniquez can't gain a handle. Great defense by Reese inside the circle, and the Whalers will get the ball back. Here's Nora Blanchard, number 14. Blanchard for the Whalers. The Whalers have a 2-1-1 if they can hurry. Blanchard, centering feed. Just to the far hash, looking to find Franklin, but Franklin just couldn't pull the trigger. Now she lost control to Tatro. Tatro will play it up to Alves. Alves will bounce it across midfield, and on we go. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez tries a spin move on Reese. Tries a second one, tries a self-pass. She's called for the stick infraction. Whaler ball. The free hit intercepted by Morin and the Indians. Morin tries a self-pass, stolen by Blanchard. Blanchard draws the contact, and New Bedford will get a free whack. It'll be taken by Reese. Reese plays it to Ramis. Ramis. A self-pass is good, and we have a contact call. Now we'll get a free hit for the Whalers. Now they reset it up. Here's Blanchard with a chance. Blanchard tripped up inside the circle. The ball is loose. It's deflected out of bounds. Paiva is flagged for the trip. So the Whalers will have a great opportunity here. They'll get the free hit. As always, it'll be taken by Reese. Reese, instead of hitting it, will play it herself. And she'll be successful on a self-pass. Centering pass is deflected and high inside the circle, and we're going to get another infraction against the Indians and another free hit. It'll again be taken by Reese. Reese this time will play it back to Reese again. That was Tatum Reese to Raquel Reese. So Tatum is number 2, Raquel is number 3, both with the same last name of Reese. And this is Tatum Reese, playing it back to Raquel Reese. A clear in on goal. That's a good ball. It's deflected. Loose inside the circle. Who wants it? Dartmouth wins the battle, and they'll look to bring it across. We have approached the 1 minute mark here in this opening quarter. Again, zeros up top. Now, both teams have really had very few opportunities. Here's Franklin. Franklin with a self-pass. It's deflected up and out of bounds. It's kicked out of bounds. It was kicked off of the shin of Franklin. So resulting, it'll be a free hit for the Indians taken by Tatro. This will probably be the last opportunity for the Indians here. They can't bring it across, intercepted by Reese. Reese. We play on. I think Beniquez thought she'd be flagged for the contact there. She wasn't, and she hesitated. But nonetheless, she finally is on the second crack, and now here's Reese on the free hit. Reese with 10 seconds left in the quarter. The Whalers have to hurry if they want one last opportunity. Here's Reese again. She needs to take one last shot here as time winds down. A one-time opportunity by Ramus is no good, out of bounds, and we will end the first quarter of play with the score, Dartmouth 0, New Bedford 0. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with second quarter action in less than 2 minutes here on DCTV. Welcome back to second quarter action, friends, between these two Southeast Conference rivals, the two best teams in the region, the two best teams without a doubt in the conference for sure. And this is the way it was supposed to play out. These two teams deserve to battle for the Southeast Conference Championship tonight, and that's how it is. You've got the one-seeded Indians, the second-seeded Whalers, and this is how it's supposed to be. We've got contact. We play on. Losing her stick in the collision was Abigail Kelly, but it was incidental, and we play on. Kelly tried to stand up the attacking player. That was Tatum Reese, and she lost her stick. But here's Reese with a chance. In on goal. Her whack is deflected and blocked by the Indians. Excellent defense there, and they'll try to crack center. And here's Morin. Morin playing it up on the far side. That's over to Alves. Alves all the way in toward goal, and Mitchell will smartly let it go out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball. So these teams certainly know each other and know each other well. New Bedford won its first matchup back on October 15th by a score of 2-1, and then the Whalers fell victim to these Indians back on November 3rd, 3-2. So you can't get much more even than that. Both teams have split a game, and each win was by a differential of only a single goal. Really don't know how this one's going to go either way. Normally for these games, depending on how things went in the regular season, records, etc., you can have a sort of thesis about how it's going to go, but not today. These two teams are so evenly matched. Here's a chance for Franklin. Franklin, a shot and a goal. Kennedy Franklin at 13:03 just finds the far left corner of the cage, and she beats Lily Giosa to the far side, and the Whalers draw first blood. It's 1-0. Kennedy Franklin. She had been a thorn in the side of the Indians in that first quarter. She was hustling up and down that far side of the field, playing the off wing, and she finally had an opportunity, and she slammed her home on the far side. Nothing Lily Giosa, the junior goalie, could do on that. And New Bedford draws first blood, and the visitors take the 1-0 lead. Let's see how the Indians respond now behind. That's Kelly up to Morin. Morin lost control. It goes back to Tarpey. Tess Tarpey. Her pass is intercepted by Morin. Morin up to Beniquez. Beniquez plays it far side to Alves. Now we're seeing the Indians start to bring the offensive pressure. Alves, a centering feed, cleared up and out of bounds. It was actually cleared out by Sydney Ramus of New Bedford. So it'll remain Dartmouth ball with an opportunity here. Looks like Leah Wilkins will take the free hit. She'll play it back to Tatro. Tatro back to Wilkins. Wilkins trying for a one-timer, but she's ridden off the play by the Whalers. And we're going to get a contact call against Wilkins. It'll now be a free hit for Reese. Reese playing it up to Mitchell. Mitchell stolen away by Wilkins. Wilkins up to Beniquez. Beniquez, nice pass. That's a good ball ahead to Alves. Alves tries to track it down. She cannot. It's out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball. Raquel Reese will administer the free hit. Morgan Paiva will come back in for the Indians. She'll replace Leah Wilkins. So 13 in for Dartmouth. 13 replaces 5. Here's Kennedy, tried for a self-pass, and Kennedy Franklin just draws the contact. She has the goal at 13:03 here in the second quarter. And New Bedford gets the all-important first goal. And here's a 2-on-1 for the Whalers if they hurry. Here's Blanchard. Blanchard, a centering feed. Nice kick save by Giosa. And she kicks it very hard, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball. But nonetheless, got to give credit to Giosa there. Stood her ground and made a great save to keep this a 1-0 affair. Tatum Reese will take the hit for the Whalers on the near hash. She brings it in herself. The self-pass, deflected inside of the circle. We play on, not dangerous. Let's keep it going. This is Kelly. Kelly, stolen by Tatum Reese. Reese now with a chance. Reese looking to perhaps play it back to Blanchard, but she can't. Here's Franklin. Franklin draws the contact call. And New Bedford will have another great opportunity here. Here's Sydney Ramus. Ramus We'll pass it to Franklin. Franklin on the far side. Franklin tries for a centering feed, blocked by Dartmouth, but we're going to get another call, this time against Beniquez. And New Bedford will continue its attacking zone pressure. Here's Sylvain on the near side. Nicole Sylvain. Nice stick handling. Brings it into attacking zone territory. Sylvain still with it. Good defense by Tarpey. And we have stoppage, but we have contact against Tarpey. Here's Sylvain. Sylvain looking to play it back to Kelly. And she draws the contact. Dartmouth ball with a chance from the near hash 30-yard line. Trying to clear it in was Kelly. And we're going to get another contact call, this time against Blanchard. And we play on. Here's Sylvain. Inbounds, lost control out of bounds. And New Bedford will take over. Raquel Reese will take it. A bouncer intercepted by Paiva. Paiva clears it in toward the circle, toward Beniquez. The ball was loose. It was a good ball. But you got to give credit to great defense by the Whalers. There's a chance. Stopped by Mitchell. Save. Rebound. Saved by Mitchell. She robs Mariah Beniquez on a second opportunity. Standing her ground was the goalkeeper, Lauren Mitchell, to keep this a 1-0 affair. So that was the best test Mitchell has had here in this second quarter, maybe even in the game thus far. Made back-to-back saves, but the second save against Beniquez on the rebound at point-blank range, that was the real doozy. There's that high arc free hit, goes out of bounds, and nothing Sydney Ramus could do about it, and Dartmouth will regain possession. Again, the Indians led by head coach Beth Arguin, and the Whalers are led by head coach Kathy Resendiz. Here's a chance for the Indians. Going in toward goal, barreling in toward goal was Paiva. She's knocked down, no call. We play on. Here's a chance for Tatro up top the circle. Tatro tries to clear it in. That's a loose ball. Beniquez in another opportunity, tipping it in toward Mitchell. That time it was Lancaster, number 19. And the ball is deflected just out of bounds. We'll get a free hit. It'll be taken by Paiva. Paiva will take it herself. In on goal, a shot. The ball is loose. Turnaround by Lancaster, blocked inside the circle. Blocked by Ramus. She clears it up and out of bounds. So since we saw the goal by Franklin, Dartmouth has certainly amped up their offensive pressure, as evidenced on these last few rushes. Paiva splits the D. Paiva, a shot. Blocked inside the circle by Reese. Ball still loose. Reese will clear it up and out of bounds again. Still Dartmouth ball. Here's Lancaster on the far side. Lancaster trying to play it to herself. Will get another call on the far side. Another infraction against New Bedford. And we'll get a free hit just inside the 10-yard line on the far side, just outside the circle. Great opportunity here. Wilkins called for the infraction. The pendulum swings back to New Bedford. Raquel Reese will take the hit. The high arc played wonderfully by Sylvain. You could hear the whack off of her stick as she played it off the upper portion of her stick. She deadened the ball, but she's then called for the infraction, so the Whalers get the ball back. And here's an opportunity for Blanchard. Blanchard, nice defense, nice back hustle by Sylvain to steal it away. And Sylvain will try to play it herself on the near side. Sylvain's centering feed, intercepted by New Bedford, stolen by Reese. Reese draws the call against Beniquez, and she'll take the free hit. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez, 3-on-2 for the Indians if they hurry. Beniquez pass on the far side. Here's a chance for Lancaster. Centering feed. Stopped. Mitchell makes another kick save. Ball is loose inside the circle, and the ball is just cleared up and out of the circle and out of bounds. So Lauren Mitchell has been tested on several occasions here within the last 10 minutes, and she has stood her ground and thus has kept her shutout intact. Here's a centering feed to Beniquez. Beniquez hits the deck on her own, no contact, out of bounds. However, it'll still remain Indian ball. As you can see, we dip under the 5-minute mark here in the second quarter. Glad you've decided to join us here on DCTV and on our YouTube live stream. Ian Abreu here with you. So glad you've decided to spend part of your Monday, late afternoon, early evening with us. Trust me, we wish you were here in the stadium with us, but we have to make do with the best we can, and we hope that these broadcasts were somewhat enjoyable for you because we've enjoyed bringing them to you. That's no doubt. Here's a chance for Paiva. Paiva tries a spin move inside the circle, and we get more funny business called against New Bedford, so the Indians will take another whack. It'll be taken by Paiva. She'll bring it in herself. Nice defense by the Whalers to steal it away. That was Natalie Mitchell. Natalie draws the stick contact call against Paiva, and the Whalers have a chance here as we hit the 3-minute mark. Ramus on a self-pass. That's Reese. Reese, the centering feed, deflected off the stick of Kelly out of bounds. It'll be New Bedford ball once again. And again, that will not be a penalty corner because obviously they don't want players converging in front of the net like we used to have. So we'll have a free hit from the 25. More contact by the Indians, this time against Beniquez. Reese will take the hit. Tried to play it back, stolen by Beniquez. Here's a chance. A self-pass by Ramus. Ramus looking to play it ahead, but stolen. And here's Lancaster. Lancaster trying to play it up ahead, and we have a stoppage. It'll be Dartmouth ball on the contact. We have a sub. Joya Alves will come back in for the Indians. We are now under the 2-minute mark here. Unlike soccer where there is stoppage time, there's no stoppage time here. So when we hit all zeros, we hit all zeros, and that's that. Great chance for the Whalers here to extend their lead. Here's Reese. Playing it back to the other Reese. Reese's pass to Reese goes over her stick, and it's grabbed by Sylvain. And Sylvain gets the ball knocked out of bounds off the stick of Reese, so the Indians will keep possession of the ball. Here's Kelly. Looking to tip it ahead. Intercepted and cleared. Here's Reese. Reese trying to get it between the legs of Kelly. She does, but it goes off of Kelly's stick and out of bounds. Whaler ball as we just dip under the 1-minute mark here in the half. Reese seemed to be in no rush there. She was making sure she quarterbacked her offense there on that free hit. We have more contact, this time against Alves. Now we have a whack taken by Ramus, and that ball is deemed as dangerous as it rides up on Lancaster. So it'll be Indian ball with 30 seconds to go. Here's Morin. Morin looking to crack center, intercepted by Reese, and she'll be called for the contact. It'll be Dartmouth ball. They have to hurry. This is Morin, as that's why you can see her running to the ball so quickly. There's Alves. Alves now with herself with 10 seconds. They have to hurry. A clear in on goal by Alves, stopped by Mitchell. So standing her ground again was Lauren Mitchell as time ticks down in the opening half. And Lauren Mitchell, that was An excellent stop again, and she was the story here in the second quarter, making several key saves to keep this a 1-0 affair. Stay tuned, folks. We'll be right back with second half action in just a few moments here on DCTV. And we're just about set to kick things off for the beginning of this second half and third quarter. That's Natalie Mitchell at the midfield stripe. And the Indians will now go left to right across your TV in the home whites with green numbers and lettering. And the Whalers, of course, in their traditional, historic visiting red and white lettering and white trim. Both teams going with the classic uniforms here tonight for this Southeast Conference Championship game. This one's for all the marbles, and there's no MIAA tournament, unfortunately, this year with the brackets because of the COVID-19 pandemic. So the champion of your league, no matter what your league is in the state of Massachusetts, if you win it, you win your own little bracketed tournament within your league, and that's where it ends. But at the end of the day, it's better than nothing, and these student athletes, I know, are just happy to have been able to compete this year, although the schedule was shorter than normal. But, hey, it is what it is. Either way, no matter who wins tonight, they will be bragging rights for certain, because I can tell you when we covered the lady volleyball match last week against Bridgewater Raynham when they won the SEC championship at the Carlin Lynch Activity Center, there was a lot of jubilation, and the girls got their own championship shirts. It was a nice ceremony. We had the action for you. So the lady field hockey team here looks to even there and draw dead even with their counterparts on the volleyball side. We'll see what happens. They lose. They're losing 1-0 right now, but we have plenty of field hockey left ahead. There's a clear in on goal, out of bounds, and it'll be Whaler ball. Well, no matter what happens here tonight, this will be our last fall sports telecast for you, as there are no other Indian games to cover at this point. The volleyball team is done. The boys soccer team, unfortunately, didn't make the tournament. And the girls soccer team, who won their semifinal match against West Bridgewater last week, we covered it. They're on the road against Bridgewater Raynham tonight, actually, on Monday night, the 16th. So their season will culminate on the road, and this season comes to an end tonight, either way, for the field hockey team. Here's a chance for the Indians, a 3-on-1 if they hurry. On the far side, barreling in toward goal is Alves. Here's a chance now for Morin. Morin had the ball. Morin draws the call, and Morin will take the shot. Paiva on the free hit from 25 will self-pass it to herself over to Alves with a tip ahead, and we'll get another contact call against New Bedford and another free hit forthcoming for the Lady Indians. Here's a play back to Tatro. Tatro on the attacking 20-yard line on the far side. Here's a chance now for Alves with a centering feed, stolen by Franklin. Franklin draws the call. It'll be Whaler ball. Again, the lone goal here of this evening came off the stick of Kennedy Franklin at 13:03 of the second period. So that's where we stand, and the Whalers have the slimmest of slim leads. Here's a chance on Mitchell, a save off the tip off the stick of Beniquez. She just angled the stick wonderfully in toward goal and had the chance, and that ball had some bounce to it. But again, standing her ground was Lauren Mitchell on the kick pad save on her right leg. Here's Franklin now. Franklin tries for a self-pass, and she tries to do it, but she can't. But she draws the contact against Tatro, and she'll get the free hit as she'll allow her teammate to take it, and that's Ramus. Ramus trying to crack center. She does, but she's met by the wall of Morgan Paiva. Paiva playing it ahead now to Beniquez. Beniquez chips it over on the far side to Morin. Morin still with it. Morin up ahead, but Reese clears it up and out of bounds. Here's a chance an on goal, centering feed to Beniquez. Beniquez tried to pull the trigger, but it's stolen away by Reese. Reese playing it up to Franklin. Franklin is called for the contact. Here's a clear run on goal all the way. That's a good ball, but it just goes out of bounds. Morin took the shot. It was good all the way through. If it did get by Mitchell, it would have been a good goal, but it went out of bounds. A huge break for the Whalers, and they'll get the ball. Here's Ramus. Ramus misfires on the free hit, and now the Indians will retake possession. We have a trip up on the near side. Tripping up is Sylvain. Sylvain draws the call out of bounds, and it'll be Indian ball. It'll be taken by Tatro. Tatro now being run up on by Franklin. Great defense by Kennedy Franklin, but she's called for the contact. It'll now be a free hit for Paiva. Paiva goes to the backhand inside the circle area just about. She draws the trip, and she'll get a real deep in free hit. Paiva will play it on the far side. Paiva over to Morin. Morin tries to dipsy doodle her way in, but she too cannot get it through center. And the Whalers get the ball. Here's now Reese. Tatum, that is. Tatum Reese, number 2. And again, Raquel is number 3. Here's Reese, still with it. Reese draws the stick call against the Indians, draws it against Paiva, and the Whalers have a great chance here to set something up. We are now past the midway point here of this ball game. We are in the third quarter, and the Indians trail 1-0 here against the Lady Whalers. 2 very evenly matched, athletic, deep teams. And this is what you expected. A close game either way. And there was really no way to call this thing prior. No way to make a prediction. These 2 teams know each other so well. A lot of these girls grew up playing together in different leagues throughout the region. So a lot of them grew up together. They know each other. They know each other's strengths, weaknesses. And this is what the result is. A good, defensive-minded field hockey game between 2 evenly matched teams. Can't ask for much more than that. Here's Tatro. Tatro trying to play it to herself. Tatro goes through 2 defenders, goes through Franklin, and goes through Ramus. Then she tries to center it. It's deflected off of Sylvain out of bounds, but they're going to say that when it went off of Sylvain, it also went off of Raquel Reese, so the Indians have a chance here. It'll be a free hit from 25. It'll be taken again by Paiva. Paiva to the backhand. Paiva now inside the circle. Paiva with a chance. Paiva with a second opportunity. Paiva centering feed. Deflected inside the box by Reese. And Reese will just conservatively clear it up. And it'll not be out of bounds. It was just stopped on the near side. Just saved by the Whalers. And they'll look to bring it across here out of their own zone. All sorts of running room. This is Tatum Reese. Tatum Reese has now created a 2-on-1 opportunity. Tatum Reese in on goal. The shot was deflected off the stick of Kelly. She still has the ball with a chance. 1 shot, 2 shots. He's tripped up inside the box. Let's see what they call here. Right inside that circle area and the box area. As you can see, you've got the box and the circle within the box. And she was within both right inside the crease. She was tripped up on the turnaround opportunity, and the ball goes out of bounds. No contact call as Giosa stood her ground with the excellent save, and it'll be Dartmouth ball. Wow. Got to give credit to Reese, though, from going end to end, from literally her own zone on the near hash all the way to the goal. And she had a great opportunity to make this a 2-0 game. And she almost did. Here's Raquel Reese. Raquel tries a centering feed to Ramus, but it's intercepted by the Indians. We approach now the 5-minute mark here in this third quarter. This game continues to fly on by. We have a contact call. We've got a push down here. Sylvain is knocked hard to the turf by Franklin. You got to call that. That's very blatant and clear as day. and the Indians will get the free hit. Here's Sylvain. Sylvain trying to send away Beniquez. She can't. The pass was behind her, but Beniquez steals it away from Reese. Beniquez tries to center it. She draws the contact again. Both Beniquez and Reese hit the deck. The ball goes out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball on the infraction. Excuse me, I mean Indian ball on the infraction, and the Indians will get the hit. Paiva will take it. Paiva will play it on the far side. Paiva will hook up with Sylvain. Sylvain saves it from going out of bounds. She tries to center it, intercepted by Reese, cleared out of bounds, and it'll still be Indian ball. All on the line tonight here in this SEC championship. Here's Paiva. Paiva now hits the deck. Nothing called. A lot of contact here. Now the Whalers have a chance. A 2-on-1 opportunity. This is Mitchell with self-pass. Now we've got Franklin with it. Franklin in on goal. Franklin with a chance. And we're going to get a contact call against Tatro on the back hustle. But you can't fault Tatro for that. I mean, because if Tatro didn't step in front and get the body, you would have had Kennedy Franklin all alone in front of Giosa. So you compare that sort of to ice hockey when you've got a player all alone on a breakaway, or in basketball when you've got a player all alone on the breakaway toward the hoop. You take the foul, you take the penalty shot because you don't want to have an opportunity. Is a chance on opportunities, and that was Mitchell who just couldn't gain a handle with it. Mitchell had it all alone in front of the circle, and if she would have corralled it, she may have had an open net behind Lily Giosa to slam it in. But it just went over her stick, and that's a huge break for the Indians. Now they look to bring it back the other way with a 3-on-1. Here's a chance. Here's Alves. In front, centering pass to Beniquez, and it's stopped by Mitchell. We have a stoppage anyway, regardless. Not sure if that goal would have counted anyway, as Mitchell made the stop. But as that happened, we had a whistle blown. The play was blown dead. Contact call against the Whalers. It'll be Indian ball. Leah Wilkins will take the free hit. Wilkins will play it back. Shot on by Paiva. Beniquez tries to get it. Check that. That was actually Kelly on the shot, not Paiva. Kelly will take the free hit. Kelly passes it over to Morin on the far side. Morin tries to corral it, goes out of bounds. Whaler ball as we approach the 2-minute mark here in this third frame. Here's Reese. The high arcing clear, as we've seen her done time and time again today. It was complete to Franklin, but she's called for the contact, and that's Kelly to whack it in. She'll have another opportunity, and we have the whistle blown here. Trying to see what we've got going on here. We'll have a stoppage, and Kennedy Franklin is coming off. Not sure what happened there with Kennedy Franklin. Not sure if she was arguing with the near side official. Nope, she's called for aggressive contact, it looks like. And as a result, the Indians will have a 1-player advantage here. So she'll take a break. It was hard for me to hear what the call was as the official went to the scorer's table because he was so far away. But what I will do is, in between the third and fourth quarters, I will get the official ruling. But it was a contact call against Kennedy Franklin, and it appears as though it was viewed as excessive. And as a result, the Indians have a great chance here. The Indians have a 6-on-5 opportunity here. The Whalers have 5 out there now, and the Indians still have their 6. Here's a chance now for Reese. Reese, and on goal. Reese, a shot just wide. When folks say that the abridged MIAA field hockey status is a 7-on-7, that's correct, but I really say it's a 6-on-6 because it's the 6 players on defense, midfield, and attacking who are running up and down. Here's a chance for the Indians onside with 10 seconds left. Here's Sylvain, a chance. Sylvain is tripped up inside the circle. No call, tripped up by Ramus on the breakaway. What a play by Sidney Ramus to just ride Nicole Sylvain off the breakaway opportunity. She is not called for any infraction. Head coach Beth Arguin is up on the near hash looking for a call. She does not get it, and the third quarter will come to an end with the Whalers still maintaining that 1-0 lead, and you can see jubilation on Sidney Ramus from her teammates. That perhaps could have been a game-saving defensive play there for the Whalers. We'll be right back with fourth quarter action in just a quick moment. The Whalers have an uphill climb here because even though they are ahead 1-0 in this SEC championship final match at the field, they have to play the start of this fourth quarter still down 6-5 in players because, again, Kennedy Franklin was flagged with a green card back at the end of the third quarter, and she was called for an excessive bit of aggression and a high stick. That's the ruling I was giving from our table down front here at the official desk. So now, finally, Kennedy Franklin will check back in. So the shorthanded opportunity for the Whalers has come to an end. So it's good for them. Now we're tied at 6-6. The Whalers were really on their heels there for a minute, and the Indians had an opportunity to make the Lady Whalers pay, but they just couldn't take advantage. So now we're back at even strength. If Franklin were to get flagged again, she would be out of the game, so she has to watch it here. Here's a chance for Alves. Alves trying to whack it in toward goal. Stopped by the Whalers, cleared up and out by Reese. Just getting set up here on where the official wants the Indians to set up here. And Tatro will finally take it. Over to Alves. Alves still in play. Alves centering feed over to Beniquez in front. An opportunity. It just goes over the stick of Morin. Morin, if she was able to corral it, would have had a golden opportunity in front of the goalie Mitchell. Oh, boy, I got to tell you, offensively for the Indians today, it's just been, unfortunately, one near miss after another. Now the Whalers have a 2-on-1 opportunity if they hurry. And here's Franklin. All sorts of speed. Kennedy Franklin still with it, trying to play it to herself. Franklin in on goal. That's a good ball, and it's kicked out by Giosa. Great play by Lily Giosa to come out and kick it away. Here is Alves. Alves trying to play it over to Paiva. Lost control. Now we're going to get a push down by Sydney Ramus, and the Indians will get the ball on the contact. Got to tell you, these Whalers are very aggressive. They play a tough brand of field hockey. You got to like it. The term you use really is chippy. Chippy is the term, but hey, I've got no problem with chippy. Not dirty, but chippy. Gives you that competitive edge. And we've seen it here today. Case in point, for example, that defensive saving opportunity by Sydney Ramus back in the end of the third quarter to save a breakaway opportunity off of Sylvain to knock her down. Here's Tatro. Tatro trying for a centering feed. Ball is loose. Paiva draws the contact, and she'll get the hit. We have Sylvain, speak of the devil, Nicole Sylvain, will check back in now for the Indians. A spark plug off the bench. She'll substitute Joya Alves. So 20 in, 10 out. Here's Paiva. All sorts of running room. Morgan Paiva in over to Sylvain behind the D in front. A centering feed, shot save, rebound, and a score. Wait a minute. No. The ball went to the back of the net. The horn went off. What happened there? We play on. Here's a chance at clear in. A clear in by Reese. That ball hit the back of the cage. The horn, as you hear down below, went off to signify a goal. The Indians started to cheer, and then the Whalers started to argue to say no goal, and then we just played on. That ball, without a doubt, hit the back because it hit the back wood paneling and deflected right out. So I don't know if there was a contact call and they ruled it dead and then they just played on a free hit. Here's Reese. Reese with a chance in front. Giosa deflected in a goal! Kennedy Franklin, her second goal of the evening at 9:54. 2-0 now in favor of the Whalers. Let's take a little replay look at that last goal by the Indians that did not count. The no goal, if you will, the no call. Here's Sylvain, the centering feed. Now watch. It was deflected in front of Mitchell. Beniquez has it. Goes over her stick. Goes to Moore, and she shoots. I mean, that's in the net. That's in the net. That's a goal. The Indians, you see them raising their arms. You see right there Beniquez celebrating a goal. The Whalers saying no goal, no goal. The whistle must have been blown in simultaneous fashion as the goal hit the back of the net. It confused everybody. The Indians here and the Indian faithful thought they had a goal. And what happened? The ultimate backbreaker and heartbreaker. The Whalers come right down less than a minute later, and Franklin slams home her second of the evening. And now the Indians are in big trouble. They've got 2 to tie, 3 to take the lead. And with the way New Bedford has played defensively and in goal, you got to think now at this point, with the game reaching the 90-minute mark, that's going to be a tall order. A goal by the Whalers here would just about put it on ice. We'll have a contact call against Reese. And everything you see the Indians do here, they're going to have to hurry. Here's Sylvain with a chance. Sylvain pushed down hard to the turf, pushed down hard by Raquel Reese, and Sylvain's not happy. Nicole Sylvain got right up and lifted her arms up in the air saying, come on, what's going on? And we have a card now called against the Whalers. Another card. Now it's going to go against Raquel Reese. So the chippiness of the Whalers continues to be a problem here, although not on the scoreboard, but they will be shorthanded again, and we'll see if we can listen for the official call. So trying to listen down for the near side official call. It was a card again. So Raquel Reese will ride the pine for a few here. And the Indians, if they're going to make some noise, now's the time to do it. They have the one-man advantage. So we're just getting the word. It was 5 minutes. So it'll be a 5-minute, essentially a 5-minute power play for the Indians. It'll be 6-on-5 here. Here's a clear untoward goal in toward Mitchell. The ball is in the circle, and the Indians are called for the contact, and Reese will give way on the free hit. It'll be taken by Ramos. Here's Wilkins. Wilkins ridden off the play by Blanchard. Blanchard draws the contact against Wilkins. Wilkins clears it in. Here's a chance for the Indians. Ball in toward the circle area, inside the box, back up top. Now here's an opportunity again. A clear in toward goal, deflected in by Mitchell. The ball is still loose, and we have contact against the Indians, and taking it will be Tess Tarpey. So the 5-minute penalty will bring this to around 2 minutes and change. So if the Whalers can survive it, that just may be the fatal blow to Dartmouth's chances here tonight. But now you've got to make hay. If you're Dartmouth, you've got to take advantage. If New Bedford's going to play chippy and get called for some cards and have to sit out on a penalty, well, you got to make them pay for it. Here's Beniquez. Beniquez with a nice self-pass, but she's intercepted by Sydney Ramos. Sydney Ramos is a fantastic defender. She knows how to play the body and play the stick, and it's definitely tough to penetrate her area when you're trying to attack the goal. Out of bounds, Whaler ball. Here's an interception by Paiva. Paiva. All sorts of running room. Morgan Paiva. It's deflected off the stick of Kennedy, and it goes over to Ramos, who clears it out again, conservatively. And you see here the Indians aren't wasting time in setting up their free hits. They're rocking and rolling right away. It's taken by Tatro. In over to Sylvain. It's out of bounds. It'll still be Indian ball. Here's Tatro. Into Sylvain. Sylvain tries for a spinorama. She does. She goes around Ramos, but it goes out of bounds, and Dartmouth will still have the ball. Tatro again. Playing it back to Paiva. Paiva through the legs of Blanchard. Paiva being met by Kennedy Franklin. Franklin, who has both goals, called for the contact there. Free hit forthcoming for Paiva. Paiva will take it herself. Trying to play it to Tatro. Just out of her reach. And again, Sydney Ramus will just clear it out of bounds. Smart play by Ramus. Not trying to make something out of nothing. She knows that time is not on the side of Dartmouth. So she'll just clear it out of bounds with the running clock. And with that, it burns an extra 10 seconds every time. As she does right here. Watch. Ramus just tips it out again. Lets it go. Ramus could have played it and tried to go upfield, but she doesn't. Heads up leadership play by Sydney Ramus. Here's Tatro. Tatro 1-on-2. Trying to go around Franklin. Draws the contact. Her centering feed now stolen by Blanchard. Blanchard now over in front to where Paiva is. Paiva now has it. In front to Morin. Morin with a chance deflected up and out of bounds. It'll be Whaler ball as we approach the 4-minute mark. Well, the Indians are in real trouble now, folks. They've got to score, and they've got to score quick. Here's Beniquez. Inside the circle, Beniquez. No good, but we'll get a contact call and a Whaler free hit on the way. Alves will take it quickly, and she'll play it back. Here's a clear in on goal all the way through. It's blocked and cleared out of bounds by Tatum Reese. Out of bounds. And Raquel Reese will now check back in. So the power play for the Indians has gone away, and a golden opportunity has now fallen by the wayside. Here's a shot in on goal by Paiva. Blocked. The ball is still loose, and we're going to get a contact and a free hit. Now it's Tatro who sets it up. Tatro in toward goal, in toward the circle, and it's cleared up and out of bounds. So we're back to 6-on-6 now. 7-on-7 if you count the goalies. Out of bounds again. Still Indian ball. Time not on the Dartmouth Indian side for sure. Paiva's going to take it. Paiva to Morin. Just out of her reach, but she's able to corral it. Morin on the self-pass. Morin gets around Tarpey. Morin a tip in on goal. Stopped by Mitchell. Saved. The ball is loose. In front. Stopped by Mitchell. The ball is high and deflected and out of bounds. Mitchell made a nice opportunity to go away there as she cut down the angle and kicked it aside, as going in on goal was Morin, and Morin brought the ball all the way inside the circle, but the Indians again are still scoreless. Here's Paiva. Paiva goes in, cleared up and out of bounds. Two minutes to go here, folks. Here's Paiva. In over to Tatro. Tatro in toward goal. It's deflected. And Sylvain will play it back now over to Tatro. Tatro fans on the shot, and Franklin steals it, and Franklin can run a while. Franklin, nice defense, nice back hustling by the Indians. Great play by Paiva. Paiva stick handles around bags. Paiva with the chance. A bouncer in toward goal. The ball is loose. Mitchell makes the save. The ball is attempted again in toward goal, out of bounds. Morin again was banging on that doorstep. But the Whalers now will certainly waste some time here on this free hit as we approach the 1-minute mark. Here's Ramus. Ramus, what stick handling by Ramus, but she stood up and intercepted by Tatro. Tatro, all sorts of running room. Tatro over to Alves. Joya Alves, a shot. Stop, save, rebound, a shot. The ball is still loose in front of Mitchell, and a great opportunity there for Audrey Morin, and she just misfired. The Indians needed that there if they were going to have any prayers, but now with 30 seconds left to score 2 goals, that would be beyond a miracle. Here's Alves, and we're going to get a push-off against Dartmouth. And that's going to pretty much do it. And the Whalers will just milk the clock here, take their sweet time as Reese will fire it up on the far side. So coming into Dartmouth Memorial Field as the number 2 seed, the Dartmouth High Indians. Here's a chance in front of shot on goal. And are they going to count the goal as the time expired? No, they're not. The goal did go in finally, but the Indians have fallen victim 2-0 against the Lady Whalers. And as you can see, the Lady Whalers jubilation off the bench as they surround their goalkeeper, Lauren Mitchell, who pitches the shutout. Both goals were scored off the stick of Kennedy Franklin. Franklin's first goal came at 13:03 of the second quarter, and then scored her second at 9:54 of the third. And that's where you have the scoring. So the number 1 seeded Dartmouth High Indians, they fall victim in the Southeast Conference Final here tonight. And with the loss, they fall to 9-3-1 on the season. And that's how they wrap it up. And the Southeast Conference champion Whalers will finish their season with an 11-3-1 record. Congratulations to the New Bedford High Whalers. Fantastic work as always, and the Gritty Whalers are able to pull it out here, and they win it by the final score of 2-0. So congratulations to the ladies on their victory here tonight. And for the Indians, it'll wrap up their season. And for here on DCTV, this will be the last fall sports telecast we have to bring for you. And hopefully we'll have boys and girls basketball, and we'll have boys ice hockey coming your way this upcoming winter whenever we get the ruling by the MIAA, of course that is. So with that being said, again, congratulations to the Lady Whalers. They are the Southeast Conference champions. And the Indians fall victim here tonight by the final score of 2-0, but nothing to hang their hats on. They still finish the season as the number 1 overall seed in the conference. They just don't take home the title. That'll wrap things up from the Dartmouth Memorial Field. The final score for the final time, Whalers of New Bedford 2, Indians of Dartmouth 0. For our entire production crew here, this is Ian Abreu saying so long, everyone, and we'll see each other soon.